Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ryan Zelinsky.
and today the Cubs lose a tough ball game, 8-7, to their rivals, the Cardinals. Some boneheaded plays and some questionable managing from Craig Counsell leads to this loss, and not a good start from JMO. Ryan, any opening thoughts?
They're in trouble. Um, the pitching is just gone. Dansby's hitting 4 or 5 again. I don't know why, but yeah, they're in a bad spot right now.
Yeah, so I know we want to talk about the Cubs, but let's get into our card segment brought to you by Mark's Card Shop, located 914 Curtis Street in Downers Grove, Illinois. Check out the website at markscardshop.com. Thank you for sponsoring today's show and the segment. The first guy, he plays all over the infield. He's on the Boston Red Sox. He was a top prospect, and he was looking like he was going to be an all-star. He had a really hot start, but then he got called down.
Oh, Christian Campbell.
Yep, Christian Campbell. Next guy, he was a part of the Garrett Crochet trade. He throws righty, but he bats lefty. He's a catcher on the Chicago White Sox. He just got called up a couple weeks ago.
Oh, Kyle Teal.
Yep, Kyle Teal. And then lastly, this guy was an all star in his first MLB season with the Royals. He's a left handed arm for them.
Paul Ragans.
Yep, Cole Ragans. All right, so we'll get into today's recap. Obviously, the Cubs lose this ball game 8-7. They drop to 46 and 33. The Cardinals move up to 44 and 36. The Cubs now have a 2.5 game lead in the NL Central. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games on a 3-game losing streak. They're still plus 89 on their run differential, but they've been struggling big time as late. Ryan, how nervous are you with this 2.5 game lead in the division?
Well, I said last night, like, I don't think any of these teams, Milwaukee, St. Louis, or Cincinnati, can really catch them late in September. So I want to think that they're still going to win the division, but just currently right now, um, it's kind of scary. You got it, like they're getting Shota back, which is good because they really need starting pitching. Like Colin Ray been terrible, JMO 2 straight really bad starts. Ben Brown is Ben Brown. Finally he's gone. For now, but yeah, they're getting Shota back, which is good. But a lot of mental mistakes. I just think they're mentally out of it right now.
Yeah, so we'll get started with this recap. In the bottom of the second inning, Wilson Contreras hit a leadoff single, and then Lars Nootbaar hit a home run, his 11th home run of the year. It was hit 412 feet at 108 miles an hour. This was a cutter, kind of inside and down the middle. I mean, another pitch down the middle. This Cubs staff has been brutal with throwing pitches right down the middle. I mean, anything on that?
As soon as he hit it and it went out, I go, where was that pitch located? Right down the middle. I mean, we talked about it for a long time last night on last night's show, but yeah, so that, I mean, you just can't do that.
Then the top of the third inning, Nico Horner hits a leadoff single, and Matt Shaw hits a single. Then Reese McGuire strikes out. Ryan, a question for you: do you sack bunt Reese McGuire in this spot if you could do it all again?
Honestly, no. Just the way he's been hitting, I mean, obviously you risk a hard grounder and a double play, which is kind of what I was thinking, like, the worst case in this situation that can happen, but I don't like he didn't really look comfortable bunting. And yeah, I just would have let him swing the stick.
Yeah, I get that. Obviously, he fouled off two bunts there. First one was down the middle, so you kind of got to put that in play. That
Yeah.
was a tough pitch, but I see why they bunted Reese McGuire there, and then Ian Happ walked. And then Kyle Tucker hits a big 2-run single to center field. And then after that, Seiya Suzuki hits a massive home run, 110 feet or 110 off the bat, 404 feet. I mean, how big was that Suzuki home run? His 21st on the year.
I thought that was the moment that, everything had turned around and they were going to kind of run away with this game. Up 5-2 in the third, responding right after the 2-run shot, putting up 5 this inning. I really would thought that, like, okay, like they're just going to go run away with this game. Um And, clearly that didn't happen. But in the moment, Seiya's been hot. I believe that he's now tied his home run total from all of last season, and he's now done it in 75 games. So good for Seiya. But yeah, in the moment, I thought it was huge.
And then the bottom of the third, Brennan Donovan hits a leadoff single, and then Mason Wynn hits his seventh home run on the year. It was hit 97 miles an hour, 383, so that ball barely got out. Actually, a good pitch from JMO, but that's not an 0-2 pitch there. I mean, it was a good spot, but you don't want to give him that much on an 0-2. Any thoughts on that plate or that spot on an 0-2 pitch?
I would have thrown it, on 0-2 you don't really want anything in this zone. I would have thrown it in the dirt or, trying to get a swing and miss away, but yeah, I just don't like the spot on 0-2, but it wasn't a bad spot, just a bad spot on 0-2.
Yeah, and then in the bottom of the fourth inning, Nolan Gorman hits his sixth home run on the year. 107 miles an hour off the bat, 432 feet. I mean, man, that was a moonshot. I mean, Nolan Gorman seems like he's becoming a Cub killer as of late. I mean, I believe it was 2 years ago he hit one that almost went out of Wrigley to right field. Anything on Nolan Gorman?
I mean, he's been really good, right? I mean, I as soon as it left his bat, I knew it was gone. Like you said, he's just hit some monster home runs. But another one, he JMO throws a four seamer right down the middle, fouls that off. I believe that was off Matt Shaw's noggin. Um,
Yeah, I think so.
and then the next pitch, he threw one pretty much down the middle again, and it was just pounded. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
the
Gorman's,
other pitch that was right down the middle.
yeah,
And then Pedro Pajes hits a double. Victor Scott walks, but Donovan flies out to make it one out. But then Mason Wynn hits his 14th double in the year, makes it a two-run ball game. This ball is hit 100 miles an hour off the bat. I mean, did you think this was the turning point?
100%. I mean, don't worry, we'll get to the turning point the next at bat. But right here, yeah, I thought that this was pretty much where it was gonna end.
Then after this, I would say the bonehead play of the year. Alec Burleson hits a very good ball in the center field. Actually, it was hit 402 feet. PCA makes a nice grab on it, but he forgets how many outs there are, and Mason Wynn scores from second. How frustrated were you when you were in that? I was ready to punch it. I was ready to punch a hole in my TV there.
It's when I picked up my phone and recorded the video that I posted. I mean, he caught the ball, and I almost actually tweeted, "Boy, PCA keeps making me think that these are home runs." Because how nonchalant he was, just kind of tracking the ball, and I was like, "Oh, it's gonna go." Makes the catch, and I look at my phone to tweet about it, and then what do I know? I hear Boog yelling, and I see Mason Wynn circling the bases. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding me, man! Like, this is just kind of when it all fell apart. I thought they were going to lose this game 20-5 after this, but yeah, I mean, this just kind of sums up the last couple weeks.
Yeah, but the thing about PCA, he has carried the team along some ball games, and he's been huge for this team. He's been their MVP so far. In fact, it might be the MVP in the league, but tonight he
Hmm.
probably lost this game for them. But runners on first and second, he hits a good ball into right field, and then Burleson makes a good play on it. Nothing you can do there. Then top of the sixth inning, Dansby hits a single, and Nico Horner, first home run on the year. Love to see it from Nico. That ball was hit 97 miles an hour, 364 feet. It barely got out, but I believe in 23 of the ballparks, this would have been a home run. How big was that for Nico Horner? How big was this for the Cubs?
Just awesome. I mean, I kind of was thinking yesterday. I was like, is he ever gonna hit one? Like, he's usually like, he's obviously not a home run hitter, but I was like, this has just gone on so long. Like, is he ever gonna hit one? He does. Made it a one-run game, kind of a big moment, but I was like, I don't know if they're gonna, come back. They still got to pitch, for it to even stay at one. But yeah, I mean, I was happy for Nico.
Yeah, and then the top of the seventh inning, Kyle Tucker walks and Seiya Suzuki hits a single. So runners on the corners, one out. And then PTA hits a sac bunt. I don't know what happened here if PCA bunted on his own, but I do not think that this was a sacrifice squeeze because Kyle Tucker was barely off the base and he wasn't running down, kind of getting a good jump. So I don't know if PCA bunted on his own. Kyle Tucker completely ruined it. or this was just a miscommunication. I mean, what do you think it was?
I mean, if Tucker goes, he's out, right? It was not a good bunt. It was a hard bunt right back at the pitcher. He would have thrown home. He would have got Tucker. So, I mean, Tucker was not down the line at all, and he didn't go. But even if he did go, he would have been tagged out. So I was okay with him not going. And I wasn't really, or at least I thought they had called it the bunt, but I was not really that mad about it because he has trouble hitting lefties. But yeah, I don't know if PCA wasn't supposed to bunt or if Tucker was supposed to get down the line a little bit more. But yeah, I don't know. I agree with the decision to bunt, but it was a bad bunt. Tucker would have been out. So
Yeah, terrible bunt from a guy that is known for being a good bunter. I mean, PCA just drops the ball again in this game. A brutal game for the kid. And then Dansby Swanson, just awful, terrible. I mean, I'm really becoming just not liking Dansby Swanson at the plate. I get he's a good defender, but he's reminding me of another Andrelton Simmons. Just no clutch at all. It was a good grab by Burleson, but he's
no,
terrible at the
it was
plate.
100% an amazing grab. But the thing is, if he drops that, it's an 0-2 count. He probably strikes out. So I mean, it's not like Dansby Swanson is just starting to become a liability. Like like again for some reason, why is he hitting 5 and 4 every single game? Like in the ninth, right? I'll talk about this later in the ninth, but like he shouldn't be in the clutch spots.
No, not at all. And then Nico Horner does a job in the top of it, hits a single, steals a bag. Then Matt Shaw strikes out. I mean that you can't do that there. Matt Shaw cannot strike out in that position, and he's really been struggling as of late. He's hitting 220 with 2 home runs on the year, 9 RBIs. I mean, do you think it's time to send him back to AAA Iowa? Because I think it is.
If they if they signed a third baseman, yes, but right now who's gonna play third?
I'd be fine having John Birdie at third until Matt Shaw can figure out his bat in AAA Iowa.
Yeah, I just like I mean Matt Shaw's defense has kind of been the reason why I've been fine with him staying.
He's good defensively, but he's another danger. He can't hit. I mean, he was
Yeah,
known for his power coming up through the system, but now he barely can hit the ball into the outfield. I mean, I
yeah.
think you got to bite the bullet. Let John Birdie play third, and then just trade for a guy as soon as you can. I mean, if it's a Daniel Suarez, Ryan McMahon, Jamer Candelario, any of these guys, I mean, do whatever you can to get them. And then another thing is, I kind of a hot take. I think the Cubs should DFA Justin Turner and call up Jonathan Long. Long's hitting, uh, I believe 323 in AAA with 9 bombs. I mean, I think. Do you agree with this, or do you think they should keep Justin Turner?
I don't think that they should keep Justin Turner just because like again every time he's in the starting lineup or every time he's hitting, I just there's no confidence. I don't have any confidence in him to get on base. I know he is actually a very good pinch hitter, but that can only get you so far. But yeah, I think that they need to DFA him, open up a spot for anybody, whether it's a third baseman or, getting someone to back up Bush. But yeah, I don't, uh, or I think they should get rid of Justin Turner. And Jonathan Long's hitting 318 right now.
Yeah, what do you think about Jonathan Long?
Looking at his stats here, so he's played 71 games and in 258 ABs, he has 82 hits, 11 doubles, 2 triples, 9 homers, 47 RBIs. He's drawn 34 walks. Um, and he's got 60 strikeouts, so that's kind of a high number, but I that's fine. Uh that'll work. But yeah, I think he would be better than Turner. I just think they should give him a shot. But yeah, he's hitting 318 right now. I think you got to give him a shot.
Yeah, can't. It's got to be better than hitting 198 with 1 home run and 12 RBIs in the year. I mean, Turner hit,
When they brought him here to hit home runs.
and he's only hitting. He only has 20 hits on the year. I mean, that's
Yeah.
brutal. Then nothing really else. I mean, Tucker hits a single, PCA hits a single, and then Dansby Swanson grounds out. I mean, I'll give it. It was a good play by Arenado, but it's a slow chopper. I mean,
It's a very bad pitch. Just like okay, so JD had said, 2-0 count. First base is open after PCA stole. They're probably not going to give you anything really good. They threw him a four seamer that was there. He missed it. I think that was his one pitch. Like Dansby goes the other way. That's where he's best. He missed it, and once he missed it, I was like, oh boy, like this could get ugly. They throw him a four seamer. Was a little out of the zone, I believe. He probably could have taken it for a ball. Doesn't hits a slow chopper, and that's the game. Dansby loses it again. But what I did want to say was like why is he hitting fifth? Like there's so many other guys that can hit in that five spot that I would have so much confidence in, with two outs in the ninth when you need a hit. Michael Bush, Nico Horner, like Dansby Swanson right now is hitting 237. Nico's hitting 294. Bush is hitting 267. Like Carson Kelly, I know he didn't start today. He's hitting 252, but like I would have more confidence in Reese McGuire to get a hit in that kind of moment than Dansby Swanson. I seriously would. Like, I just I don't understand why game after game Dansby Swanson goes out there, goes 0 for 5, 0 for 4, 1 for 5, and he's still in the cleanup in the five spot.
yeah. So speaking on that, here's my proposal for the Cubs' new lineup. At the leadoff spot, I want Nico Horner. I'm fine with Kyle Tucker hitting two. In the three hole, I want PCA. I'd rather have PCA and Suzuki flip flop. I think PCA could be more of a three hitter. Suzuki could be more of a four hitter. And then I have Michael Bush in the five hole. Then in the sixth hole, I have Ian Happ. Seven, I have Carson Kelly. Eight, Dansby Swanson. And nine, I have John Birdie. Anything you would change?
Not really. I just think the only thing that I would have a little bit of debate about is just PCA and Seiya. Like they could really go,
Flip flop. I mean, you
Yeah,
could go PCA three, say a four. I mean, anything really. Just you could
yeah,
flip those two, but I think you got to give Nico Horner a shot, the leadoff spot. I
yeah.
mean, he was what 3 for 4 today.
I
Three for
believe so.
four.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 for 4, and he's hitting 294. Like, dude, he's the only guy that's besides Kyle Tucker that's hitting close to 300. Why is he not hitting in the leadoff spot? It blows my mind. And I'm fine with Tucker in the two hole. PCA and say a 3-4. That's kind of interchangeable. I don't know why Michael Bush is not a five hitter. I mean, he was the four hitter to start off the year, and then they moved him down to seven. He's been hitting the crap out of the ball as of late. Even though he was 0 for 4 on the night tonight, he's been a very good hitter for this team. And then Ian Happ, I'm fine with him being a six hitter. I don't mind it. He can hit for some pop. He can still hit. And then the seventh spot, Carson Kelly. I like him. He's kind of come back down to earth. He's a good seven hitter for the
Yeah.
Knicks. And eighth spot, Dansby Swanson, put him where he belongs. And then the nine, I'm giving John Birdie some more reps with Matt Shaw struggling at the plate as of late.
I still don't understand why like the Nico off days and the like the Matt Shaw off days. Why is Vidal Brujan playing over John Birdie?
Yeah, I don't understand it. So let's get into the pitching. Steven Matz gets the W, moves to 4-2 on the year with a 3.5 ERA. JMO gets the loss. He goes to 7-5 on the year with a 4.47 ERA, and then Ryan Hesley gets the save, his 15th on the year. He's now at a 3.54 ERA. Let's get into the Cubs pitching. JMO goes 4 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs. All of them are earned. 2 walks, 3 Ks, 3 home runs. He's now at a 4.47 ERA. Thielbar comes in for an inning of work. No hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He's now at a 2.12 ERA. Chris Flexen continues to do his job, comes in for an inning of work, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He's now at a 0.75 ERA. Drew Pomeranz goes an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He's still at a 0 ERA. And then Ryan Presley comes in for the ninth, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks. He's now at a 3.9 ERA. So this bullpen comes in and they only give up 2 hits in 4 innings of work, no runs, no walks. I mean, this is a new bullpen in my eyes.
That's the bullpen that we've been seeing, before this cold streak has started. So that is a positive that the bullpen was really good today.
But another thing is, what have you been seeing from Jameson Tyon in his last couple of starts that has been kind of off. I mean, in his last 7 games, he's at kind of a 4.39 ERA, which isn't terrible. But in his last 2 games, it's been 8 innings, 16 hits, 13 earned runs, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts in his last 2 outings. I mean, versus Milwaukee and St. Louis, what have you seen from him that's kind of made him not have as much success?
Too many balls over the plate and too many costly walks. Like his walks are like walk 2-run homer or like walk wild pitch RBI double, like stuff like that.
I think it's he's giving up too much long balls. I mean, three
Yeah.
home runs, 4 home runs from Ben Brown yesterday.
And
Unacceptable.
and the thing is he gave up 3 home runs today. Like if those are all solo shots, then he gave up it would have been 5 runs, I think.
Oh
Or
yeah,
something like that. I mean, and then that would be enough to win today. But yeah, so just like I think two of the home runs were walks, and then a homer after the walk. I believe I will fact check that. So the first one was a Contreras single, but the Mason Wynn homer was a walk. But yeah, the walks they're just very costly. Um, yeah, so he's gonna have to figure that out and then stop throwing balls over the middle of the plate.
yeah. And then for the Cardinals, Michael McGreevy goes 4.4 innings and 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, five or all of them are earned. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 home run. It's now at a 4.22 ERA. So that's not a really good start either. So the Cubs did do a good job of hitting him well. And Steven Matz comes in for an inning and a third, 2 hits, 2 runs, and both of them are earned. 1 strikeout. He's down to 3.5 ERA. And that's why kind of the wins and loss stats are so dumb. And he comes in for an inning and gives up 2 runs and he gets the win. I don't understand. And then
Yeah,
JoJo Romero comes in. He gets to hold his 11th on the year for 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk. He's now at 2.66 ERA. And then Phil Matten comes in for a hold, his 16th of the year. Comes in for an inning and a third of work, 1 hit, no runs, 2 strikeouts. He's now at a 1.76 ERA. Then Ryan Hesley gets the save. 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 strikeout. He's now at a 3.54 ERA. What did the Cardinals pitching do better than the Cubs?
they didn't. I mean, it's not like they did a lot better. I just think they limited the long ball.
That's
Um,
what I was looking. That's how I was kind of drawing it. They limited the long ball.
that's pretty much it, though. I mean, they gave up 7. The Cubs gave up 8. So
Yeah. So let me talk about this really quick. And when do you kind of start thinking about Craig Counsell in the hot seat? Because I understand they've been doing well, but I think some of these decisions have been really bad. I mean, what do you got to do if you're Counsell to kind of get this group back in order?
well, you got to have a meeting, like a Jason Hayward type meeting, right? Like, there's got to be somebody in that clubhouse before tomorrow's game that goes, guys, like, we're not a bad like how we've been playing this last couple of weeks does not define who we are. Like, again, at one point they were like 17 games above 500. I think like the highest they've gotten.
Something like that, yeah.
Like, and they were 7.5 games up. Right now, 2.5 games up, 13 games above 500. Like, someone's got to step up, be the captain. But yeah, Craig Counsell needs to, you know, stop being stupid with his lineup. Why is Dansby hitting 5? Like, why, like with the Ben Brown thing, he gave up 8 runs, and finally you're gonna take him out. I don't think you can. I don't think unless they lose like 20 in a row and are like under 500. I don't think you can really fire him this year just because of how good they are right now, and you give him the playoffs just because he does have playoff experience. Does he have good playoff experience? Not at all. But he does have playoff experience. So I think you got to give him this year and just see how this season ends.
Yeah, and then I mean, I was kind of thinking. I saw the Justin Steele video from last year, and you need someone to do that. Like, you need a guy.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You need a guy who's well respected in the clubhouse to kind of light a fire under some of these guys. Personally, I mean, it could be a Dansby Swanson, Ian Happ, Jameson Taillon, one of these veteran guys, even Ryan Presley. Any of these guys need to kind of step up as a captain.
Yeah, I agree with that.
One thing I do want to talk about, roster moves. Porter Hodge gets activated from the IL, and then Ben Brown gets sent down to AAA Iowa. I mean, I just had to bring it up.
Yeah, just
So let's do a little preview for tomorrow. On the mound for the Cubs, the southpaw Matthew Boyd. He's 6-3 on the year with a 2.84 ERA. And then for the Cardinals, it's Eric Fetty. He is 3-6 on the year with a 3.54 ERA. I think this is a guy that the Cubs should be able to tee off on.
mm.
I mean, we saw him with the White Sox. We've seen him a lot. I'm excited to see hopefully them tee off. Score predictions.
um I'll lay it out for you. I think they're gonna win these next two games. However, if you can't win tomorrow, might have to hit the panic button. Like honestly, if you can't win tomorrow's game with your right now your ace against Eric Fetty, who's 3-6, his ERA is not too bad, but if you can't win tomorrow, it's time to hit the panic button. And I hate losing the first two of a 4 game series because like the games are just so meaningless because it's like you can't win the series, you're fighting to tie it. So for tomorrow, I'll say 6-4 Cubs, but
I'll
yeah,
go.
wouldn't be surprised if it's
I'll
eight
go
one.
4-1 Cubs. 4-1 Cubs.
Love
One
to
thing
hear
I
it.
want to talk about before we go into around the league that we got some exciting starts tomorrow. Edward Cabrera versus Logan Webb. We got Yashibu Yamamoto versus top prospect Chase Dolander. Zach Wheeler on the mound tomorrow. Max Fried on the bump. And then the headliner for tomorrow, Paul Skeens versus Jacob Maizarowski. I am pumped to see that.
Yeah,
I
hoping he can get hoping Skeens can win that because we need the Brewers to stop winning.
Yeah, unfortunately, I will not be able to watch it though because I will be at the D-backs versus White Sox game tomorrow. We got a 1:10 start. Zach Gallen on the mound for the D-backs and Sean Burke for the White Sox. I'm excited. I'm gonna try to get some interviews and content. I'll vlog that game tomorrow, even though it's not a Cubs game. I mean, it's a Major League Baseball game.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
Have
excited.
fun.
Yeah, I will for sure. Make sure to post a little bit. So yeah, let's go around the league. D-backs beat the White Sox tonight 4-1. Ketel Marte hit a solo shot. The Red Sox and the Angels are currently tied 1-1. Christian Moore hit his second major league home run. It's in the top of the ninth right now. I believe there was a leadoff double. Yeah, Romy Gonzalez reached on an air, so he is on second base. So the Red Sox are looking to score. Padres are beating the Nationals 4-3 in the bottom of the eighth. Martin Maldonado hit solo shot. Marlins beating the Giants 4-3. The Rangers beat the Orioles 6-5 in extra innings. The Orioles hit back-to-back home runs to tie it, but Evan Carter scored the go-ahead run. The Tigers beat the Athletics 11-4. They were the first team able to go to 50 wins on the year. Congrats to the Tigers. Tarek Skubal, typically when he's on the mound, it's going to be a good day for sure. The Blue Jays beat the Guardians 10-6 today. George Springer hit a grand slam. Braves beat the Mets 7-4. The Mets have lost 5 in a row. I enjoy
Yeah,
watching. I enjoy
I
watching Frank the Tank's Twitter videos.
I was just gonna actually say I saw his video. I'm on the verge of a Frank the Tank crash out. Probably won't get that bad, but Frank, I'm sorry. That's really tough. 5 in a row is like they were 46-29. Now they're 46-34, looking like a wild card team. So sorry, Frank.
Gavin Lux hit a walk-off pinch hit single as the Reds beat the Yankees 5-4. Chase Burns struck out 8 in his MLB debut. The Rays beat the Royals 5-1. Danny Jansen hit a 2-run shot. The Mariners beat the Twins 6-5. Julio Garcia hit a go-ahead sac fly. I do not believe Cal Raleigh hit a home run today, unfortunately. He did hit it. He did go 2 for 4 with a double and a single, but did not continue the home run streak. The Brewers beat the Pirates 9-3. Joey Ortiz and Caleb Durbin went back to back, and Joey Ortiz hit 2 homers. The Astros beat the Phillies 1-0 in a pitcher's duel between two of the best in the game, Ranger Suarez and Framber Valdez. That was fun to watch as a baseball fan. Then the Dodgers beat the Rockies 9-7. Justin Werbowski strikes out 7 in the win. Ryan, anything around the league?
Um, I don't think so. The Phillies lost, so that's good. So we're still just a game back of them. But nothing really.
Yeah, so let's get into immaculate grid. The first one is Astros and Athletics. I feel like
um,
you want to come back on that later.
yeah,
All right, next we have want to do the White Sox one because that's relatively easy. We'll do
yeah.
White Sox and
A,
Astros.
Abreu.
Yeah, that was an easy one. And then White Sox and Dodgers, Miguel Vargas.
I was just gonna say Miguel Vargas.
The White Sox with a 40 plus WAR career. Wouldn't you say Jim Thome?
Tommy or Konerko, I feel like both did. So
Thome did. I got Jim Thome.
all right,
Houston Astros catcher.
Maldonado.
Yep, I was gonna say him too. Great minds think alike. Dodgers catcher, Dalton Rushing.
Oh wait, what if like he get caught? No, he didn't.
No,
Like you
Dalton
know what I
Rushing.
mean?
3%. Played catcher with a 40 plus WAR career. Mike Piazza. You think so?
Hold on, let's come back to that.
All right.
Wait, who did you do for Dodgers catcher?
Dalton Rushing.
Oh, okay.
Athletics 40 WAR career. Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, he had to have.
Yeah. One thing I was thinking about Hall of Famers. Congrats to Chicago, Duncan Keith for being elected
Dogs.
into the Hockey Hall of Fame. I met him when I was younger after one of my hockey practices. That was a really cool experience. Great guy. Congratulations to Duncan Keith. Well earned.
Yeah, he deserves it. He deserves it a lot.
Next, we have Dodgers and Athletics. I feel like there's an easy one.
Wait a second.
I feel like you go. I'm trying to think really quick.
Yeah,
Did Rich Hill pitch for the A's? I'm trying to think
I
of like
mean,
journeyman.
he played. I'm trying to think about like.
Always gotta think of like Jesse Chavez because he's played for everyone.
Yes, he seriously has. Oh man.
You want to come back on that?
Yeah, we will.
Uh, do you want to do catcher 40 WAR career? I mean, it's got to be Mike Piazza.
Yeah.
Yep, that'd be correct. Um, Astros, Alemis Diaz.
Astros A's. I was gonna say Miguel Tejada from Moneyball, my favorite movie ever.
Miguel Tejada. All right, I'll do that. I know Alemis Diaz did too, because I always remember playing with him in MLB The Show. Yep, Alemis Diaz. All right, we need one more to be immaculate. I'm trying to think.
Wait, A's Dodgers was or which
I,
one was
it's A's and Dodgers we need to get.
which one did you get for the catcher in the war?
Um, Catcher in the War, Mike Piazza.
Okay. Okay, A's Dodgers.
It's a tough one, bro. I mean, everyone's played for the Dodgers, I feel, at some point.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I feel like I can. There's got to be like.
Did Max Muncy ever play for the A's?
I mean, technically, Max Muncy does play for the A's.
I want to search it up if Max Muncy played for the A's.
I'll just take
I
a
feel
shot.
like he played there before the Dodgers.
Yeah, I think he did actually.
Let me search this up. Good
Yep,
pull.
he did. He did.
There you go. I was trying to think. I felt Max Muncy played there before.
Let's go.
And we are immaculate. Let's go. There we one W on the day. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Thank you
I'd
guys for
rather.
tuning in today's episode. I can't wait to vlog tomorrow from the White Sox uh game. I guess like it kind of sucks because Eugenio Suarez and Corbin Carroll are hurt, but are also a really good team. So I'm excited to watch Zach Allen pitch, and I'll vlog and get some content. Obviously, they're White Sox, but D-backs are an intriguing team, so I'm excited to go watch that. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. I'm signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zelinsky.
See you guys in the next episode.